Hello and good day. Welcome to the new topics. I want to share my knowledge about moral dilemma. Some others don't know about this. So, for my own perspective, moral dilemma is our situation in which the decision maker must consider two or more moral values or duties, but only honor one of them. Thus, the individual will violate at least one important moral concern, regardless of the decision. So, people also ask, what is a moral dilemma's example? Some examples of moral dilemmas include the classic lifeboat dilemma, where there are only 10 spaces in a lifeboat but there are 11 passengers in a lifeboat. A decision must be made as to who will be stay behind. So, I want to share some of the examples of moral dilemma. The following are:
Your friend tells you that they committed a crime. They explain that they are having trouble sleeping at night and feel you are the only one they can trust about their confession. One day after, you read in the newspaper that someone's been arrested for your friend's crime. Do you go to the police and tell them what you know? Do you encourage your friend to confess and warn him if he does not do so, you will tell? Do you say nothing because you will not betray a friend's confidence?
So what is a moral dilemma? A moral dilemma is a situation in which a person is torn between right or wrong. Here are example of a moral dilemma. Is it ever okay to sneak a peek at your child's email? Yes, it is a quick scan while you're walking by the computer. But if you decide to do anything more invasive, like opening emails, then you should have an agreement with your child that from time to time, you will be screening her online activity. If your child ever finds out that you have read her emails without her consent, then rebuilding trust will prove monumental. And keep in mind that given how teach-savvy kids are these days, they might have an email account all scrub and ready for discriminating eyes.
You are an eyewitness in a crime. A man has robbed a bank, but instead of keeping the money for himself, he donates it to the poor orphanage that can now afford the needs of the children. You know who committed the crime.
What will you do? Will you go to the authorities? Or you will be silent because there is a good purpose of stealing? If I will be the one who will answer this question or this situation, the thing that I must do is I will go to the authorities and say what I see. Even though that the robber helps a poor orphanage, then he should he should face the consequences of stealing in a bank. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And if he committed a sin, then he should face it with the use of law.
If someone tells you an offensive joke, is it my responsibility to speak about it? Letting such humor pass without comment not only permits the teller to be offensive to you and other people, but also sends the message that you're okay with hearing such bank. Unless the joke crosses the line into harassment territory, there's no need to beat person up in response. A simple, I enjoy a good joke now and then, but you know, yours was pretty offensive will suffice.
Will you divert the controller to save many people but will kill one person or vice versa. In my opinion, we know that epistemic moral dilemma talks about the two or more moral requirements conflicts to each other. Even we, the moral agently, hardly decide, but what we need here is to be knowledgeable of the majority's sake. Even it means that sacrificing one's sake is at stake or the risk. That is only my opinion.
My boss gave me credit for a project on which a colleague did most of the work. Should I accept the praise? Fight the urge to accept the compliment wholeheartedly. It is unfair for your colleague not to get the kudos he or she deserves. But you don't want to sell yourself to shirts either. An appropriate response. Thanks, but while all of us work hard, it was him or she who did the bulk of the work on the project.
Then, what is the importance of moral dilemma? These cases also suggest that dilemmas are significant because they show the moral theory cannot help with these choices. If this is right, morality may be unimportant because it may be a system of inconsistent rules that cannot be used as a guide that tells us what to do. When dilemmas involve human action which have moral implications, they are also called ethical or moral dilemmas. Three conditions that must be present in moral dilemmas. First, the person or the agent of a moral action is obliged to make a decisions about which course of action is best. Second, there must different courses of an action to choose from. Third, no matter what course of action is taken, some moral principle are always compromised. What are the three moral dilemmas? There are several types of moral dilemmas, but the most common of them are categorized into the following. First, epistemic and ontological dilemmas. Second, self-imposed and world-imposed dilemmas. Third, obligations dilemmas and prohibitions dilemmas, and single agents and multi-person dilemmas. I hope you like this vlog discussion. I hope you learn a lot of moral dilemmas. Thank you.